hey, we have the Q&A now for The Resentful Angel that everyone just finished watching. And I love this film, pilot and film. It's so funny. And we're honored to have, Shelley Daniels and Cheryl Grafe here, the writer and director and the two co-producers and the lead performer in this, which I'm sure everyone recognized the lead right away. Wonderful job all around. I think it's so funny. I'm one of those people who's such a fan of when someone does something original with the afterlife.
Thank you. That's so
and
nice.
I don't think you get stories much more original than this one.
Thank you so much.
And you know what? Just to praise you a little more on the writer front before we get to the acting and everything, is the internal logic of it is so good that each person gets their own personal afterlife, and hers is being thrown back into acting classes that she's way too good for. So it's funny and it's smart and it works. So I'll just say, you can add me to the list of people who've told you I'd really like to see this pilot continue and see a series be born from it.
Wow, that's really nice to hear. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. I mean, as someone who binges more TV than he'd like to, way too often the story's not worthy of being carried through, but I don't think you'd ever have a limit with this premise.
Well, it's funny you say that because I mean, I am just chomping at the bit to continue telling this story. I mean, there's so many avenues, just like you just said, there's just so many avenues we want to pursue, so many, I don't even know how to describe it. There's a lot of twists that would come after this, as what you see in the pilot as well. And so we are just dying to continue telling this. So I really appreciate that you see that too. Thank you. And
were you two collaborators before this? Did you write this with Cheryl in mind?
Well, Cheryl and I would say were very long time artistic friends. We originally met because I guess you could say we collaborated. Cheryl was the lead in a play of mine in Chicago, and that's when we met many years ago. But we've never actually collaborated on a project like this before. So this was the first time.
And Cheryl, what did you think when you first read this?
Oh, that's a great question. I was in Shelley's living room. It was February, and I was like really excited to read it and it grabbed me, and it grabbed me so much that I kept dreaming about it, which is not normal for me. I mean, I'm an actor, and when I do theater, after I'm in rehearsal for a period of time, I'll dream about the character or the world that I'm in. But this, from one reading, it haunted me. And what really grabbed me were the variety of worlds that Kenna lived in and the pilot lived in, and the possibilities, like you had said earlier, and what it can offer to the actors in terms of their different planes and in terms of the series and moving forward. So I was delighted. And
yeah, it sounds like your actor brain and your producer brain both kicked in.
Oh, yes, for sure. And, Shelley and I have been in Chicago for many, many years, for several decades for me, I'll say that. And so we were very much a part of this community. And so we knew that there was something very exciting about celebrating the community and bringing the actor friends that we knew onto the project. So.
And I want to say something, which is, because you asked if I wrote this with Cheryl in mind. I did write this part for Cheryl, but I like to clarify that I I didn't write it for Cheryl's personality. As you can see, Cheryl is delightful and very, very different than her character, but I did write it for her talents because she can play such an amazing range. So I wrote for her talents, but not for her personality, which, as you can see, is very different than Kenna. So I like to clarify that. So.
And Shelley may know a dark side of me, maybe.
Maybe.
No, obviously, she just knew that you could hit a home run with the somewhat lovable Crank.
Exactly. And I'm so glad that's how you see her. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all. Well, I think your writing and this project appeal. Oh, this is going to sound egotistical. Appeal to the intelligence of the audience, because I think all smart people are a little frustrated with how stupid everything is around them. And that's her. So she might be the classic, I mean, it's a very classic character, right? The lead character who is a little unlikable, but in a way that makes them likable.
That's great. That's what we're hoping.
Well, so normally the audience will ask something like, by the way, really cool that it's all based out of Chicago. I guess I didn't look into it because obviously as someone in the LA area, I mean, this could happen in any acting community anywhere. I mean, there's sort of a bias actually to think like this is happening in LA like right now.
That's great. It is, and I mean, it ideally it is applicable to any acting community and really any community. I think, Cheryl, I hope you don't mind me mentioning what your mother-in-law said.
Oh, go for it.
After she watched it. Well, you go ahead because it was your mother-in-law. So.
Well, I think is it about who it appeals to?
Well, what she said about the meeting aspect of it.
She said, "Oh my gosh, it reminds me of Alcoholics Anonymous," and she said, "and everyone had to hug at the end. Yuck." So she totally identified with my character, and I mean, yeah. So and I thought, oh well, that's interesting. Yes, anyone who has been in a meeting situation will understand in terms of sharing feelings. Will understand this outside of just people in the industry, which I think is exciting.
Yeah, and a meeting that you don't necessarily, you need to attend even if you don't want to.
Right. Where you're feeling like everybody is on some kind of page that you're not on. And you didn't even get the book. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so some of the questions that are always asked if we'd had the pleasure of having you two out in LA and sitting in the theater in Sherman Oaks, I'm sure people would be asking, pretty ambitious, a whole half-hour sitcom pilot. How long, how many months of preparation went into this? How long was the shoot?
Can I take this? Do you mind if I take it?
Of course. No, please.
So I was like, this is going to be raw. This is going to be simple. This is going to be small crew.
Guerrilla.
Like that's, it's going to be. And then what happened was we fell in love with the DP, and with him we started realizing how fantastical it could be. So we just were like, we've got to raise our game for this. And we did it pretty quickly. We jumped, once we got our DP, it was, I think, 3 months. We were in production. We did 8 days straight. And it was a ride, as I'm sure everyone who is here and part of the festival knows. So.
That's impressive. And then did it come together fine in post? No big hiccups?
It was smooth sailing.
Not one glitch. It was like, it was so easy. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you didn't. No,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
But you smartly didn't write in a bunch of special effects and a bunch
right.
There's no angel wings sprouting out anywhere.
Right, right. We didn't have to do anything like that in post. No, we spent post refining, and that can take a very long time, long hours, as everybody knows. It can be a little grueling, but also rewarding if you can get to where you want to go. So, yeah, I was completely joking about it being, easy. It's a long and arduous process, but extremely rewarding when and if you can get close to where you want to go. So
Yeah, I always like to add that editing for comedy, no, unless people have been through it, it's the hardest edit to do
thank you.
because it can be so funny in the moment,
Yep.
and then recreating humor through an edit is such a skill. It's such a skill that so many don't. I'll shut up. I'll let you talk.
No, I so appreciate. You have no idea how much I appreciate you saying that, and you obviously have experience with that. When they say comedy is timing, I mean, whoever they were, like, they were so right, and it's timing to the millisecond. You can edit something in one direction or the other, and it just by half a second, and it won't be as funny if you hit it on the sweet spot where it is funny. So you are exactly right. It feels almost like a precise science, except that it's an art. So.
And you have an ensemble here. You have I mean, rightfully so because it's meant for television, but independent films with large casts are biting off a pretty big piece of cake there.
Cheryl, do you want to talk about that?
Well, I would say, I mean, the thing that is really unique to Chicago is we're very ensemble based here. There's a ton of ensemble theaters here. So I think that was partly why. I don't know. I can't speak to that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to talk about how originally Cheryl and I had talked about having a very small cast, but I think as Cheryl's mentioning, there's so much talent in Chicago that we have lived with and worked with, and I think in part it grew because we wanted to celebrate that, and we wanted to include people, as many people as we could.
That's great. And now at some point a hand will probably go up in the theater and point out that honestly, I just want to, just in case I didn't make it clear enough, I really think Cheryl's performance is the tide that lifts all boats here. I agree. I think it's a powerhouse lead role that makes everyone around funnier, is hilarious in its own right, and honestly, it kind of is your charisma that makes me hope to see watch her flounder through the afterlife for a good 5 seasons.
Can I just chime in and agree with that? I mean, I feel like Cheryl's performance is stunning, and I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate what it takes to carry a short film or a pilot the way she carries it. And I think what you said is exactly right. She's funny in her own right. She also makes everyone else look funny. And I agree. I think it's a stunning performance that you both, you relate to and continue to be interested by. I mean, I don't mean in a biased way. I'm just speaking as Cheryl as an actress. I just think it's a stunning performance.
So kind. I'm trying to take this all in. I need to say, though, I mean, behind every great performance is an amazing writer. And Shelley, as a writer, she digs deep in her work. She is the most psychological, like if there's anyone you want to talk about psychology and why people do what they do in the world, Shelley is your gal. I don't know anyone who can understands the human psyche better than Shelley, and she brings that into her work. And I love that she's written this fresh, offbeat, very, very unexpected and original pilot and series. So I thank you. That's so kind. I'm gonna take that in, I guess, eventually. But thank you. But Shelley, right back at you. Feel it.
Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Well, we could go on all day like this.
We could. Why not? Why not? That's one of the things I love most about that theater experience at a film festival is something, a film that's so enjoyable like this, and just seeing the whole crowd, you know, share it and then express it afterwards. Because it's, you know, there's a lot of comedy on TV that we'll put on, and like halfway through the first episode, I look at the person next to me and go, should we keep watching this? Because, you know, time is short and there's like 10,000 TV series to watch now. So
right.
So this is a good one.
Oh, thank you. So you wouldn't stop halfway, is what you're saying? You might continue.
I would not. I would be already planning out that, okay, so it's half-hour episodes, so you know that we can watch about 4 a night. That's how insane life has become during the pandemic. It's like, yeah, let's just, you know, hop into bed at 9 o'clock and watch TV till 11.
Why not, right? What's stopping you, right?
Yeah. Well, I as promised, I thought, actually, I'm looking at the credits on IMDb, and I'm noticing you actually have more than one director listed.
Yes, we do. We did an experiment because Cheryl and I had noticed with a lot of films, I don't know what you think about this, but you know, we had noticed that directors in films or TV, but film generally are stronger in either working with actors or on the technical side. And so we did this experiment where we thought, well, let's have one director for the technical and one director to deal with the actors and see how that works. And it was a really interesting, rich experience, and one we would like to do again and try again because we learned so much from it. So yeah, it's unusual. We tried a lot of quirky things like that.
And Shelley did direct post, which was the majority of. I mean, they did heavy lifting in that room with us as the visionaries, but Shelley really worked it in post as the director and the eye as the director, which is I think pretty amazing, because I'd say usually most people say you don't want the writer directing, but Shelley has a gift, and so
you're right. Editing was really what it was. Yeah, more editing than directing, but yeah. I mean, we had an editor. I don't want to say she didn't edit, but yeah, helping with the editing.
Yeah, editors need direction, just like actors, DPs, and everyone.
That's a much better way of putting it. Thank you.
Well, I'm sorry to say we're bumping into our time limit. Is there anyone you want to any names you want to throw out and give a thank you to before we run?
Oh my gosh, Cheryl, in some ways there's too many.
I would just say we got a lot of grants. So the DCASE grant, Columbia College part-time faculty grant, Illinois Arts grant, we're deeply appreciative, and BAM Studios, we're deeply appreciative. And there's so many people. Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor Rogers, and who did the music, and really, I mean, the cast and crew and all our friends and family. I mean, that's just the short way of putting it, because, you know, as you know, and everyone who does this knows, that you really can't do this without support that comes in so many different forms, emotional and whatever people can offer. It has helped us through this very, very long and wonderful process. So.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Applause from the audience.
Applause for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Look, there's no film festival without films. So thank you so much for submitting it. And
Thank you.
I'll light a little candle in the back of my mind. You know, there's all these you just light a candle and you hope, hope it takes your project takes the next step.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Sorry I have to run, but
Okay.
it was
Bye.
a pleasure.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you so much. Bye.